Hey, I'm not MAGA, don't scroll. This is gardening video number 4. It's a follow-up to my 3 videos from yesterday. I'm going to show you basically where we ended out and talk a little bit more specifically about the spicy gardening. All right, now as you can see from yesterday, we've got all of our beds completely mixed, leveled off and planted, and importantly, labeled. Now eventually these beds will have cages around them, just like these ones do here, because of these little cats right here and all their friends that they bring around. You do not want cat turds in your beds. For right now, we've got netting covering all of the beds to keep the cats off of them. Our local store didn't have the fencing that we wanted, but that's eventually going to be happening. I had some leftover soil yesterday, and so I went ahead and filled up these 7 fabric bags, the exact same soil mix that I used in all of the beds, and these are all going to get planted with potatoes. And if you're wondering why so many more potatoes, have you ever had a potato? Are you kidding me right now? But no, they're also long-term storage food, and they are one of the most nutritionally complete foods on planet Earth. Later on today, I'm going to do a video on hilling potatoes and show you a little bit more of that process. But right now, we're talking about these conspicuously empty 4 fabric pots right here, and the exact type of plants that you think are going to go in these 4 pots right here. So these are 30-gallon pots. Now you can certainly go smaller, you can certainly go bigger. The potential of your plant is definitely going to be dependent on the soil volume that you provided. If you're putting it in the ground, well, you have unlimited amounts of space to work with. But if you're working with a container like this, they're going to max out at a certain size. Now these 30-gallon containers, they have the same soil mix almost exactly as my garden beds here. You go back and watch videos 2 and 3 to get the recipe for that. With the one exception being, I use less of the G&B soil conditioner, less with the chicken fertilizer, right? Because these are completely container plants. We're not trying to condition the ground underneath. We're just trying to create a good environment within the pot. There's no soil conditioning needed because these aren't really ever going to make contact with the soil. And so it's a little heavier on the Fox Farm blend and the grow variety versus the fertilizer variety. And then the only thing that I'm going to do differently than I did with the beds here is when I make my hole to transplant into, I'm going to sprinkle the mycorrhiza just like I do in the other beds. I'm also going to put a cup of Epsom salt in there and mix it around the hole really good, and that's going to help reduce transplant shock and help them be more successful and hopefully not die and continue growing, at maximum capacity rather than being stunted for a week or two. They're just going to, take right off the way that you want them to and not lose any of that valuable growing season. Now, with a 30-gallon pot like this, dependent on your skill level, strain, etc., the other variable factors, you will be able to do anywhere from a quarter to 1p per one of these containers, wholly dependent on skill level and strain at that point. And we can go over some other techniques like topping and thinning, other things as we go along. I'm not going to be able to show a lot here in that regard, but I will give verbal demonstration and maybe demonstrate on some other plants those specific techniques. So any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, more videos to come.